fight enough to leave and find someone new. 'Cause I've given all that I can give you. If you only knew
Egunon guztioi, eta ongi etorriak izan zaitezte, zikloaren urrengo hitzaldira. Gainaz hitzaldi hau oso berezia da. Zeren ona dakargun pertsona berezia da, eta Palestinatik dator. Eta egia esan gu oso pozik gaude, berak onartu duelako ona etortzea. Bera dago hango universitateko, esango dut, An-Najah National Universityko zientzia fakultateko dekanoa da, eta emango digu berri, gauza nolakoa direnan da, eta berak egiten duenari buruz. Eta horregatik, gainera konturatu zaitezte, inor jakin gabe, gertatu da, aste honetan Palestinari buruzko hainbat gauza daudela. Eta, hori kontutan albertu behar dugu, gizartea dagoen bezala dagoela, eta nik uste dut hasi aurretik egin beharko dugula gogoratzeko zeren gauzak ez dira bukatu, gauzak oso txarki daude. Eta nik eskatuko nizueke altxatzea eta minutu batez gogoratzea berezik ikazan, baino baita ere Cisjordanian Palestinan gertatzen ari dela. Mesedez, altxatzetezte. Eskerrik asko. Well, now that you are here, we have thought that it will be very interesting to give you a present from the Faculty of Science and Technology of the Basque Country University. And being you a leading taxonomist on plant biology, we have brought a small present that is an oak leaf from sapling of the tree of Guernica that is planted in the Arboretum. The tree of Guernica is one of the universal symbols of anti-war and freedom and is located in the House of Assemblies in Guernica. And this is for you.
Thank you.
That is here.
Thank you. Should I open now?
Yeah, please open it.
Oh, it's very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you a lot. It's very nice. Thank you.
Bukatzeko, bakarrik eta aurkezteko, irakurriko ditut hitz batzuk, Ghadeer Omarri buruz. Palestinako Cisjordaniako izan ere, zientzia fakultate bateko, An-Najah National Universityin dagoen zientzia fakultateko, Nablus herrian, bera fakultate horretako dekanoa da. Izan ere, Ghadeer Omar, doktorea, Palestinako aditu handiena da landare taxonomiaren arloan, eta berak sortu zuen Cisjordaniako lehen herbarioa. Era berean, ikerketak egiten ditu, desagertzeko arriskuan dauden landareak zein diren zehazteko, eta ingurumenarekin kezkatuta dauden beste alderdi interesdun batzuekin lankidetzan aritzen da Palestinako agintaritzari Cisjordaniako garapen proiektuen inpakto ekologikoari buruzko aholkuak ematenez. Era berean, 2012an sari bat jaso zuen, sari garrantzitsu bat, eta izendatua izan zen Women in Science Hall of Fame. Gurekin daukagu Ghadeer, eta eskerrik, the floor is yours. Please.
Thank you. Yeah. Hello, everybody. I am very happy to be with you here. I am Ghadeer Omar. I will try to have a nice, interesting presentation for you, introducing different aspects. I will talk about the life in my university, An-Najah National University, and specifically about the Faculty of Science in this university. Later, we will talk about the challenges that we face in Palestine, in particular West Bank, in education and research. And then we will talk a little bit about the native plants in Palestine, trying to have interesting, attractive photos about such plants. Okay, let's start. As we know that I am from the Faculty of Science at An-Najah National University. It's the place that, we have curiosity and try to have science and education in this faculty. There's a video, this one can introduce the university for you. Okay, thank you. This short video summarizes information about our university. For now, we are talking about the Faculty of Science. It's located in Nablus, in Palestine. Our faculty stands as one of the foundational pillars of An-Najah National University. It's a place where curiosity research and community services are served. It is multidisciplinary centers as diverse programs are served in the Faculty of Science, as for example, applied chemistry, sorry, this one is the pointer, yeah, applied chemistry, mathematics, statistical, medical technology, physics, applied physics, and biotechnology. The Faculty of Science is established in 1977. Most vibrant and multidisciplinary academic centers in Palestine. It provides outstanding undergraduate programs and graduate programs. We aim not only to deliver knowledge, but also to inspire scientific inquiry, research, and creativity as we encourage students to explore, experiment, and engage in real research during their studies. For the first department, which is biology and biotechnology, which is the department myself I teach in, it have so many aims and programs that is introduced. For example, students will be introduced to genetics, ecology, medical, agriculture, and pharmaceutical industries. Later on, we have upgrade the biology program to biotechnology to have experience in molecular biology, genetics engineering, and bioinformatics, and much more skills of innovative roles in health, culture, and industrial application. This department provides supporting graduate programs leading to master and doctoral degrees, as for example, the master in biology and biotechnology and life sciences, as we have 17 master students have been graduated. PhD program, which is recently have been launched, as we have 8 PhD students in that field. Research field in this department is several, as medical plants, bioactivity, antimicrobial and anti-cancer, molecular microbiology, molecular plant taxonomy, anti-cancer, plant tissue culture, bioinformatics, and so many other research fields integrated with other departments or other faculties in the university. For Department of Mathematics, we have a trailed academic guidance for education, data analysis, insurance, and industry. Pursue higher academic degree at the master and doctoral levels also. We have a master degree in mathematics and its application, as 29 master students have been involved. For PhD program, we are waiting for accreditation of this program. We hope so that this year we will have this accreditation. Research field in the mathematical department, it's for practical differentiation, differential equation, functional and real analysis, applied mathematics and mathematical modeling, statistic, probability and data analysis, algebra, number theory, and geometry. For Department for Physics, we have also the mission of teaching and research for theoretical understanding and experimental practice. Our physics program provide a broad foundation for classical and modern physics to electronics and renewable energy application, which is a hot spot for research nowadays. Also in this department is one of the earliest PhD programs in Palestine, as being established in 2011. We have 10 PhD students. They have graduated, and some of them, they even teach in the university. For master degree, we have 14 master students have graduated. Research field in this department is for accelerated high energy physics, computational condensed matter physics, computational nanophysics, material science, and super capacitors, experimental nanophysics and nanomaterials, collaboration with the CERN and international institutes. While for Department of Chemistry is one of the interesting departments we have, as several programs are provided in this department. Master in Pure Chemistry, Bachelor in Pure Chemistry, Bachelor in Applied Chemistry, Master in Chemistry with Education minor, Master in Chemistry, and PhD in Chemistry. This department provides the information related to pure chemistry and applied chemistry. As we can see here also, one of the oldest PhD programs in Palestine was in the Department of Chemistry at the Faculty of Science at An-Najah University, as it was launched 1996. 30 PhD students were graduated from this department. We have so many colleagues in the same department. They are the graduates of our university. In addition to master degree in chemistry, as I see, 68 master students have graduated so far. All these departments are highly connected by interdisciplinary collaboration and research. For example, chemistry with environmental science and sustainable studies, physics with mathematics and computational modeling, biology with chemistry and biotechnology. Myself, I work a lot with the chemistry colleagues in this department. Research opportunities and innovation projects. In our faculty, so many programs are involved with the graduation project of the students, where they are allowed to conduct research, to study how to conduct scientific research, and sometimes we publish papers in journals with impact factor from the results of the students. For example, these are examples for the project titles that students carried out serving different sectors as technology, robotics and computer, graphics, beauty and skincare, medical sector, communication, academic and scientific research sector, energy, health and medical sectors, pharmaceutical and therapeutic product sector. All these are the titles of the graduation project of bachelor degree students. Also here we have the same. There are so many. Sometimes we exhibit versatiles in the Faculty of Science. We invite stakeholders. Sometimes we convert these scientific research topics into startup projects that can be converted to a project with providing incomes for the students. This university, my university, have several examples of research specialization: biomedical and life sciences research, environmental and sustainable research, material science and nanotechnology in the chemistry physics area, computational and theoretical physics, materials and modeling. As I said, research is not only constricted among the department of the Faculty of Science, but also it is among the different faculties in the university. And even the university administration always provide rewards for those research that is applying multidisciplinary specialization. As much it is multidisciplinary, as much it will be rewarded. Major research centers in the university are provided and established, that they provide several specialization, and we are able to conduct research and analyze different items in these labs. For example, for environmental sustainable research, energy, water, and food sector research, and so many other one. And one of the most interesting recently constructed innovation park. This center take hold and care of researches and researchers, even in the bachelor degree, as make commercialization, prototyping, and start-up projects from different student ideas and innovation. Nowadays, we know the importance of the artificial intelligence. That's why our university, and in particular Faculty of Science, started to establish AI roadmap that we will involve the artificial intelligence in different activities and strategy in the university as a whole and in the Faculty of Science in particular. In research, teaching, graduation projects of the student, we involve all of that, and we are trying to have to follow up the track recently. We don't stop for the education and research mission. We have the community service mission, as we are believing in that the university is not for education and research only, but it involves to have a letter or information or service for the community as a whole. As this community service is applied through training workshops, public lectures, partner with industrials, partner with governmental institutions, as we can give them the suggestion of the most decisions that will be more suitable based on science, and even in science versatiles. We know that sometimes we try to fill the gap between academia and society by ensuring that our scientific progress translate into tangible social and economic benefits. So many times in the school students, they have scientific information, but their labs, they are not supplied with the suitable equipment to apply this information. So many times the students come to our university and they are trained and introduced to the actual lab procedures. For example, we have so many activities as the scientific name. We have continuous collaboration between and connection between graduated students and still on the teaching level. As you can see from the picture, so many students, they come to the university and they become small scientists, and they are interested in that. They have here practiced manufacturing their own body lotion, their own hair gel, and so many, and even body splash. So they enjoy this time in the university. In conclusion, the Faculty of Science at An-Najah National University has been today as a beacon of scientific excellence and resilience in Palestine. For nearly 5 decades, it has nourished thousands of graduates who now contribute to education, research, and industry, both locally and even internationally. We are proud of our history, but even more inspiringly, our future, a future built on collaboration, innovation, and global partnership. However, through this trip, we have so many challenges and obstacles we face day by day, hour by hour, during our mission in the university and daily programs. For example, mobility, political and mobility restrictions. We sometimes, the students, even the teachers, they have to leave their houses before dawn, so they will be able to reach the university to have even one lecture. due to the checkpoints that are subjected by Israeli. The villages which are around Nablus or far from Nablus, the road is very subjected to danger and sometimes a closure. Sometimes the students come to the university and they are not able even to get back to their home. Sometimes the university have to provide places for them to stay in. So limited movement of students and faculty are faced daily. Sometimes we have to close the university and move from face-to-face learning to online learning. Sometimes we wake up in the morning and we face that the university declared that no face-to-face learning today. We convert to online learning. And then we have to compensate about the labs. Then we will have, for example, condensing programs about the practical issues. Difficulty attending international conferences. As I said for Prof. Fernando, I will not be able to come here if the Israeli decided to close the borders. A month before, we have a conference and workshop in Jordan. We were all the team not able to get there due to the closure of the borders. So this is the similar for all cities and villages in Palestine. Sometimes Israeli close the village. They put sand all around to prevent anyone to go in or out from this area. Barriers to academic collaboration. Financial and logistical limitation. Due to the political situation nowadays, the salaries of most people are not provided. So all families have facing a financial shortage, and which is more pressure on the life. Limited research funding also, difficulty importing lab materials and equipment. Sometimes we have a shortage of certain materials. They are not provided, or sometimes they are forbidden to be presented to the university due to political or security issues. That's why sometimes we have a limited type of research can be conducted in the University of An-Najah. Also, we have an interesting something we felt recently after Gaza war, that so many journals have objections and refuse the publication of our research related to politics. Before it was easier, now it is more difficult. Education and infrastructure challenges. For example, in the Faculty of Agriculture in Tulkarm, we have restrictions on the space. We cannot expand the classrooms, which cause more pressure in the number of students in each classroom. Heavy teaching loads, sometimes even we have high credit hours for teaching due to the situations. Resilience and innovation. However, creative low-cost research method, strong local and international collaboration, persist academic spirit despite adversity. We insist here in our university and in the faculty trying to manage life within the surrounding situation. We are trying to look for research type that is suitable for the situation. And even in the teaching, we are trying our best to keep communication with the students. We are trying to encourage them. Sometimes when we are in the lab, something came up suddenly on the roads. Some political accidents happen. So that they have to leave early. Sometimes we have to encourage them to withstand their circumstances and emotional issues. We are facing hard times there in Palestine, but still we are trying to survive in spite of all of that. And that is one of my aims for visit to here to the Basque country, to university in Bilbao. Now, about Palestine. It's a small country. In spite of that, it is characterized by high diversity because of its fascinating location. It provides 3% of the global biodiversity. We have too many native plants in Palestine. Of course, I can't mention all of them. I will give you more some examples, trying to have more interesting talk now. As we see that Palestine is it is a small area, you see here, but it is characterized with diverse area and ecosystem as Sudan, Iranian, Eritrean, Mediterranean, and Sauro-Arabian, which cause phytogeographic different zones. This leads to different biodiversity as plant species number, ecosystem spatial components, functional, complementary, and interchange within these components. It is very important to study and conserve biodiversity in such interesting place. Rich biodiversity, unique ecosystem, and endemic species are characterized in Palestine. As I said now, it has 51,000 living species, forming 3% of the global biodiversity. In particular, we have 3,020 plant species in Palestine. Some of them are unique to Palestine, and some of them are common with the universe. As you see here from the very colorful, this diagram, this indicates the high diversity in Palestine. So many colors, as you can see. We can see here it follows also the protocol of plant families in Palestine as the highest one in composite, followed by Leguminaceae, then Gramineae, Cruciferae, Libiaceae, and Umbelliferae in different locations in Palestine. These native plants are divided into trees and shrubs, for example. For olive tree, which is the iconic plant of Palestine, as we know, Olea europea. It's a Palestine main tree that so many people have their income depending on the olive oil, which come from the olive trees. And recently, people, when they are collecting the olive, they face danger and being even killed by Israeli during doing that, and even sometimes they are forbidden to reach their lands. Pistachio, carob tree, this one is characterized having nice juice from it, and we make sweets from it. Christian thorn, judby, and pistachio atlantica. These are one of the known trees in Palestine. Moreover, the Palestinian oak, which is Quercus calipronus. Wildflower, wildflowers, and herbaceous plants, which is my specialization in classification. For Palestinian poppy, Papaverus rose, cyclamen, persicum, which is the national flower of Palestine. These leaves are edible, and so many women from the native people, they collect them and they wrap them as grape. They put rice and meat in them, and they have a very tasty taste. Shaqaq al-Nu'man, it was the anumen. It's one when the spring starts, you can see it all over. The iris, Palestina, one of the interesting flowers in Palestine, in addition to the red tulip and the wild mustard, Cynaps alba in Palestine. For grasses and ground plants, we have barley, wild wheat, sage, you know sage. It is used as a herbal medicine. We put in the tea. It gives more tasty flavor for the tea. And also it is good for the stomach ache and for diarrhea. Sometimes it is used. Also the thyme, which is characterized in Palestine as it's a national breakfast. Most people, they eat that in the morning. We have different thyme species, Saturgia tempera, Micromera metrifolia. These are all thyme. Some people go to the wilds and to the mountains to collect them, and sometimes they are sold by expensive price because they are very rare. Similar here to this one is the most popular one, and even some people, they plant it and sell it for as an income. For desert and semi-desert plants are restricted to the valley, the arid areas, retim. This one interesting shrub. It is characterized by the presence and tolerating the hard conditions. And even this Capparis spinosa, these plants are restricted to the stones area, and the fruit of them, they are pickled, converted into pickle, and they being eaten by people. I have conducted a study studying the bioactivity of such a plant, and it showed very high bioactivity. Medicinal and aromatic native plants. Palestine is known with many medicinal plants that they serve in elementary medicine, traditional medicine among people, which were the base of many scientific research conducted in the university. For example, this Parunesia argentea and Parunesia sinaica, they are both medicinal plants, and they can be even served with the herbalist. People buy them and use them. Tecrium capitatum, this plant is also widely used among people for stomach ache also, and another species have been proved to have the same bioactivity, which is Tecrium diverticum. This is the wild mint in Palestine. You know the mint that we drink also in tea. This Mentha longifolia, it is the wildest species in plants. We teach in the university how we can isolate the genes of wild plants and introduce the agricultural ones to be adding more genotype expressed into different phenotypes that can be increase the quality of plants. Palestine chamomile, Anthemis palestina, this also one of the most used plants in medicine, alternative medicine. It's for cold and influenza. It is very good one. We use it a lot. This also another medicinal plant is Mandorogina autumnalis. It is a plant used for the extraction of components that can be used to work on nerve cells. So many research have been conducted on it. Several wild allium species, which are the wildest species of garlic and onion. So many native people use these wild types rather than the agricultural one. They are distributed and known by native people, and they have a very effective smell and taste. Different sage species are known. Of course, those are only examples of Salvia dominica, Hierosolymitanum, viridis, and verbanica. Judaica, while the most used one is the cultivated one is Salvia efraticosa. As I said before, it is the sage. It's one of the most important plants in our country. This plant is called in Arabic or in English hendiba. It's also have a very high medicinal benefits. Also, it is used as a food. Their leaves and stems are used to make salad and food. It's very tasty. It's one of the recognized medicinal plant in Palestine. And this one, Glandiolia tourniforti, you can't imagine, especially in Nablus, This plant has many spines, but inside it, a tasty material. Once I think, who did ever think in using this plant in food? You know, it's very, very, very expensive. The 1 kilo of this plant sometimes reach to $40. It's very nice. It can be cooked with yogurt or with meat only, but we remove all the spines. There are special women do that, and this one is collected from the mountains. There are people during the season, they collect a lot of this plant and they sell it. It's very tasty and have a very beneficial medicinal effect. Interesting orchids in Palestine I like to share with you. Ancupetus pyramidis, Orchis papilionaceae. We have several orchids in Palestine, very nice. They look like a bee. These photos are taken by myself. They are very nice and attractive in real. Orphis syphagodes, Orphis lutea. They are interesting orchids. They are small plants, but they are very nice. This orchid is called Serapias vomiricea because it's looked like the snake. That's why it was called so. And Orchis sancata is one of the most popular orchids in our place. This also Orchis tridentata. It's one of the distinguished orchids in Palestine. For me, myself, I have worked in several fields as the supervisor of An-Najah National University and as a specialist in plant taxonomy. As Prof. Fernando said that I constructed the first herbarium in Palestine, and I was honored previously about that. This herbarium was constructed at 2011. This our herbarium. We treat the samples like that. We deposit them on herbarium sheets with the full information in them. We have around 2,000 plant specimens there. Some of them are fully classified and someone waiting for their classification. Therefore, I work on plant diversity, systematic and molecular plant taxonomy, medicinal plants bioactivity as antimicrobial, anti-cancer, coagulation versus anticoagulation, genotoxicity, in addition to general molecular biology research. Thank you for your attention. I'm warmly to have any question from you or discussion about any potential cooperation between our institutes. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my talk and welcome to any a question. I would be happy to answer it. I hope you didn't get bored from my talk.
Hi, thank you for your talk and sorry for my ignorance.
No,
I would like to ask about the relationship between your university and Israel. Do you get any fund? Can Palestinian students study in Israel? Can Israeli students go to your university? How does it work daily?
Can you again, please? Again.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the relationship between your university and Israel. Whether you get any fund from the Israeli government,
No.
whether students from Israel can go to your university or the reverse? Or
Look, we have Palestinians that they live inside Israel. We call them 48 Arab. You know, I don't know if you know this term. They are Palestinian that they stayed inside not in the West Bank, in the other location in Israel. They have Israeli ID, Okay, they come to the students. They come to study in our university. Recently, this was approved by Israeli. Previously, they were forbidden totally to come to study at our university, but now they compensate the majority of our students, and we are happy to serve them. They are Palestinian, but with an Israeli ID. For the foundation, no, we are not receiving any Israeli foundation, and even we are, as a researchers, are forbidden from having any Israeli fund or doing research with them. This for An-Najah National University, but to be honest, other universities, they accept that. They do tri-collaborator research joint research, but in our university, no. We are stuck with our Palestinian nationality and identity, and we are not allowed to do any joint research with them.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. In your first slide, in the symbol of your university, there are two dates. One is 1918, and the other is 1940 something. What do these dates mean? In the first slide, in the number, in the very first one, or I'm curious of that. Just to know.
The first one?
I think it was the first one. In the symbol of the university there, you see
Where?
19 in the left corner.
This one?
Here. Yes.
Ah, I see.
What do these dates mean?
The
1918.
establishment of the university. We have two types of dates. One is called the Arabic year, and one is the Christian year. What does that mean?
So the origin is in 1918.
1918, yeah.
During the British rule.
Yeah. It was established, An-Najah National University was established as a college for 2 years. Then it has been upgraded and converted into university. The Faculty of Science, one of the first faculties in the university. So it have a very long history.
So as soon as the British came, they founded that university. Under their rule was founded. Yeah. During the Turkish rule, there was nothing.
No, no.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the presentation, very interesting. I have two questions. Okay. About life in the laboratories. One is, you've explained you have difficulty getting the proper equipment and such, and about that, which is the most creative and unusual thing you've had to do with what you have to get what you wanted to investigate? Like the more just creative use you've given to the equipment you have.
Okay. The difficulties in the lab, because sometimes when you conduct an experiment, you have to do it either continuously, or you should look for the results next day, or maybe after 2 days. For example, if you work on anti-cancer, you have bring the cells from the deep freeze, so culture them, defreeze them, and you should follow up those cells till you have the final results. Sometimes if you conduct such a research or an experiment or any experiment in the lab and you want to see the results next day, sometimes we work in the morning, the situation is very dangerous and the Israeli oppose closure and we can't go to the university. So all the cells, all the experiment is renewed and we should start again. And for the teaching labs, sometimes one of the students cannot reach the university because they have a closure at their village or the location where they live. And sometimes, I don't know if you saw in the news that some people are dismissed from houses, so they are no more live in their house. So they cannot come to the university to have this lab. Sometimes this lasts for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, while other students can reach the university either because they already live in Nablus or they have houses to live in, rent those houses. So those students that they were not able to reach the university, what we can do with them, we should repeat all the labs for them to have the same equal opportunity of studying. This one of the major obstacles. For example, in the first days of Gaza issue, the university has closed for almost 3 months totally. No one reached this university. The roads were very dangerous. No one gets in the roads. So at the end of the semester, all students came at the same day to compensate all the labs that they missed. So you can imagine how many students, or how we should manage their practical points, and they have the right to do that all the way. Did I answer your question? Or?
Yes, thank you. And the other question was, can you tell us a funny story or something that happened in your laboratories during an experiment or something like that?
This is me thinking. There is a lot of funny things. For example, one student was sitting in the lab, and suddenly she shouted out. I thought that something explosive in the lab happened. That was because she heard a news that the roads were closed, and she was taking fun of that, and she told me, I want to come to your house and stay with you since you obliged me to stay in the lab, and you didn't allow me to go early. This one was of the funniest situation that we have had. And so many things. That is one of the ones that I remember. You know, sometimes when students, you know, I don't know if the situation is here, they are very busy with their mobiles. You know, and I keep shouting on them, don't use your mobile during the lab or the class sessions, but they keep that doing. So after I shout on them, I start to apologize. I told them, I love you, I care about you, you are like my sons, really. I love teaching, I love my students a lot. You know, sometimes even if I have personal issues, once I enter my class and be with students, I forget everything in the world. I think teaching in university is one of the nicest missions in the world.
Okay, thank you.
What relations does your university have with other Gaza Strip universities?
Again, what?
What relations does your university have with other universities from the Gaza Strip?
Relations with university in Gaza Strip.
The university?
Yes, your university.
Role in Gaza?
And what relations does it have with some universities that are in the Gaza Strip?
I didn't get that. Yeah, in the war situation, as most of the Gaza universities have been destroyed or closed, there has been online programs, and this was conducted volunteers. In the teachers in the Faculty of Science or other faculties at An-Najah National University, they provided and served teaching courses volunteering in that, and they have a certificate about that. For example, for several courses during the war online. That was one of the major participation of our university for Gaza situation.
Beste galderarik? Bai.
Thank you very much, Dr. Omar, for this taking us to Palestine. And I would like to ask you about the conservation of habitats in Palestine. Is there any conservation figure? Are there protected areas?
You asked about a critical thing in Palestine, yeah. We have facing a critical situation. You know that we can't reach most of the regions in Palestine. As I told you yesterday, that the herbarium was constructed in 2011. I was conducting intensive field trips to collect plants and protect them and have representative specimens from them. But since almost 5 years, or more even, we have very danger going to the field and collecting plants. We are not allowed to have a conserved area to protect our biodiversity in Palestine, but this is established by Israeli, but not in Palestine. We are not allowed to have a restricted area that can be protected and be considered as an area for protection of biodiversity. Previously, in the early 19s, I worked in the university since 1996. That means I'm very old. I used to take the students to trips to natural conservatives, but they were established by Israeli. We were able to reach those areas and show them the difference between the biodiversity in the conserved area and the non-conserved area. But unfortunately, recently, now we can't do that. Even in ecology courses, we used to go to the fields and let the students collect specimens, soil specimen, plant specimen, to try to measure the soil parameters and even the biodiversity parameters. But actually now we are not able to do that. We restrict our field trips in Nablus only. Or sometimes, you know, what we do, we ask students to bring samples from where they live. But as a conservation of biodiversity as an area, unfortunately, we are not able to do that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your talk. Just curiosity, you show some pictures of Palestinian plants. In total, more or less, how many endemic species do you have in Palestine?
I said there is 3,020 plant species.
But the endemic ones, the ones just from Palestine?
Yeah, they were all from Palestine. The endemic ones, I think about around 200 plant species, they are endemic to Palestine. Okay. There are several plant species, they even known in particular for Palestine. Even this issue is interfered with politics. You know, so many species are called, for example, Salvia fruticosa. Once I went to USA, I saw in a botanical garden a sage sample planted there called Salvia palestina. Now it is called Salvia judaica. Any plant species now found by them, they try to name it either Judaica, you mean Yehuda, or Tel Avivense, so that they will refer for the plant to them to prove their presence or something like that. But as you can see, the first book about the plant species in Palestine is called Flora Palestina. Now they can make another copy about it. It's called the Flora of Israel. You know, sometimes even science interfere with politics. And this is one of the obstacles that we have. For me, for examples, I can't reach anywhere. Or if we want to have, for example, for water resources, to do any research about that, we are limited to the places that we can go. Even for the international collaboration. For example, I work myself with the German in a project called Sustainable Preservation, called SAGE. This, for example, support different PhD students. We have, for example, myself, I supervise on PhD student. For example, this for volunteer, without any expenses, because this is one of the major missions that we have. But once we feel that any interruption or any integration of the other side, we prevent that. So, about the plant diversity in Palestine, actually, we are not able to use even, what can I say, only the minimum of our resources we are able to use in Palestine. You know, even as the student asked me, you can't imagine what you can do. Sometimes, for example, I used to work a lot in medicinal bioactivity plants on anti-cancer, as I am fascinated about this rule or this field, but nowadays I stopped working that because I lose a lot of materials. When I culture the cells, they die and they are renewed. You know, even the graduation projects of the students, we have changed a lot. We are trying to look for projects that we don't need to go to the university each day. For example, for literature or article review, or for bioinformatics, following the gene data. We construct phylogenetic relationship among organisms depending on the data on the gene bank. So we sometimes switch to such research equality due to the situation. I remember one semester we have so many graduation projects under the supervision of me, by me and my colleagues. We all stopped the lab work and we convert the subject to literature review only. We have to. We are working our hard effort to try to not stop the graduation of any student, and we are trying to give them the best we can in the current situation. You know, our students are survivals, really. We have the girls there, they get married early, and sometimes they are pregnant. Imagine that. And she go for long distances, and she come to have their lessons and practical labs. They are really hard survival. They like to come and study. We have some unique students that they completed their bachelor degree and master and even PhD degree, and they are working outside. We have so many successful stories of our students. We are trying our best, actually. And you know, the university administration, the first priority for them is the safety of the student, in equivalent to the teaching equality. We are trying to have the best electronic teaching in the university. For example, providing the halls with camera and screens, to have direct teaching. Even the ones that they cannot reach the university, they can hear or watch the lecture simultaneously at the same time. And we record these lectures and stored, and they can get back to it, because sometimes in certain regions, when they are surrounded by Israeli, there is no net, no internet, and they cannot be in touch with outside. Sometimes they should be hidden from bullets or something like that. So sometimes, for me, myself, sometimes I sleep in the house afraid of being suddenly interrupted or attacked. Not mean attack, yani they do something, but they may knock the door at night suddenly, and they come in and search the house. Sometimes if they are in the bad mood, even if I didn't do anything, they just go inside and destroy the house things. We can't know what will happen, but instead we are surviving. And most of us, when they are given the choice to leave their places or stay there, they choose to stay there, even myself. And I'm very honored to be here with you and share you my story and my university life and a little bit of my specialization. I hope you have interested in this talk. And I try to, as you said, share you and take you with me to Palestine.
Thank you very much, Ghadeer, because even though the difficulties are huge, you are surviving. Continue with it. Eh? Thank you very much.